hilltop ahead, winding under the summer gold trees. She doesn't want her mother to know where she is. There's a chance she might tell Kyle, and then... What do you need, Mom? I wanted to know what I should bring for Thanksgiving. Jean will drive me over to your place, but I can pick up a pie at the store first. You always liked sweet potato. Sarah realizes she's not breathing, top teeth sunk into her lower lip. She wants to scream at her mother, remind her what a failure she is, how horribly her mother's drunken outburst and arrest at a River Street bar messed up both of their lives, how they don't speak. She wants to tell her that she moved across the country to Denver 5 years ago, and after hitting the block button, it was a revelation, never having to see her mom's phone number flash up on her phone a single time. She wants to tell her about Kyle. But none of it matters. Her mother wouldn't remember it. If she was able to understand, she'd just say that the breakup was Sarah's fault for not being a more supportive girlfriend. That's another deep wound. When Dad was alive, Mom always treated him as her top priority. First Dad, then Chardonnay. Then work, volunteering at the animal shelter, church, that phone game with all the little diamonds, watching golf on TV. Sarah is always last. We're not doing Thanksgiving together, Sarah says. You do it at the assisted living center. Their turkey is always dry, Carol complains. I prefer a ham. There's a pause, where the sound of an old woman sipping wine from a coffee mug fills Sarah's car like thunder. Where are you? Nowhere. Sarah is nowhere. She's on her way to somewhere, on her way to the only thing that's felt like hope in years. But she's not going to tell her mom that. The thing about a broken brain is that all sorts of things slip through the cracks. Maybe Carol remembers Kyle's number from when they just started dating. Maybe she remembers how to get on Facebook. Maybe she accidentally tells someone where Sarah is going. It's none of her business. When she chose the bottle, she chose a life apart. Driving, Sarah says, as she's not a good liar. You should come get me, Carol whines. I want to look at cars. You can't drive, Mom. They took your license. Don't you remember going to jail after you assaulted an officer? Carol's voice is tentative and cagey. What? Jail? Me? Of course not. I just can't find my wallet right now. This place you put me in is full of thieves. It's the nicest place in the area, which her mother can afford thanks to a fat inheritance from her teetotaling parents. The license is in Sarah's bag, hidden in the pages of her planner. The old woman has no excuse to be on the road. Sarah should have hidden her keys long ago, before she put Lucy Zimmerman in a coma and slapped an officer. Bye, Mom, Sarah says, deflated and tired. No, you listen here. I'm your mother. You leave me in this dump. You never call. You won't give me grandbabies. Won't even invite me over for Thanksgiving. I raised you, gave you a good life. I did the best I could, and this is the thanks I get. The speech would be a lot more dramatic if Carol hadn't yet again paused to take a slurping sip. But Sarah is done. She's made a clean break from her old life, and she might as well sever the last tendon, even if her drunk mother will forget they ever spoke. Mom, you were a shitty mother. You've always been a drunk. You promised you would quit, and you never did. You knocked your best friend off a bar stool and broke her skull because she tried to take your keys. This is the first time we've spoken in 3 years. But you don't remember, because in addition to the drinking, you're developing dementia. You're toxic, and we're done. There's a gasp, and then her mother starts sobbing. Sarah blinks back her own tears, waiting breathlessly to see what her mother has to say to the truth she can...